call has been made and the servers are open. Blizzard's newest IP is live, but should you join this ragtag band of heroes? Well, let's take a look at my experience with the game and find out. Overwatch is a competitive, hero-based first-person shooter. Teams of 6 players each choose one of 25 different characters, each with their own skills, weapons, and personalities, and work together on a single objective. Currently, that means either controlling a point or pushing a payload to the end of a map. There are 12 maps to speak of at launch, and they are cycled randomly between every match. How Overwatch differentiates itself from other competitive shooters is its emphasis on teamwork. A well-composed team is equal parts offense, defense, and support. Pre-match character selection screens even emphasize this need for balance by offering tooltips to players about whether or not the current layout has a tank, or is missing a sniper, or even reminds you to bring a builder along when you're playing defense. Don't feel too attached to your initial choice, though. One of the main keys to success in Overwatch is being aware of your situation and analyzing how to best deal with it. Most heroes have very obvious strengths and weaknesses, and other characters seem almost tailor-made to counter them. Having trouble with a turret? Switch to Genji and use his deflection ability. Sniper ahead? Switch to Reinhardt and use his shield to help your teammates make an advance without fear of headshots. There is always an answer to every enemy team, and the more you play, the more you'll start to figure out when which heroes are needed the most. It requires a different mindset, it really does. KD means virtually nothing in this game, because unless you're the sniper, if you aren't pushing the objective, you really aren't helping. And even if you are the sniper, you need to be very efficient to be useful because of how quick respawns are. And as stated before, everything in Overwatch is a team effort. You will rarely find a situation where you can tackle the objective alone, so in some cases, you might find yourself losing despite doing the right thing, simply because your teammates didn't catch on. This means that, like most competitive shooters, and probably more so in this game, Overwatch is far more enjoyable when you have a dedicated group of friends, or at least are matched up with players that are willing to communicate. In fact, if you don't have a microphone for your platform of choice, seriously consider picking one up for this game. I cannot stress enough how important it is to work together if you want to win in this game, and how vital being able to relay what's happening and where to your team can be. It's a game that really rewards you for being helpful, for dropping a heal and helping the defense stay strong at just the right moment, for busting an ultimate right as your team makes a big push and scattering everyone on the point, for flanking the enemy team and taking the heat off your tank for a sec so that they can recharge. And when you win the match because of big plays like this, it makes the victory all the more satisfying. And the fact that it's designed to allow those plays to happen so organically is what really makes the experience special to me. I can't speak for everybody, but connectivity was never an issue on my end. I'm playing on PS4, and I've rarely been in a queue that required me to wait longer than a minute, which is great for anybody who wants to just boot it up and only play a match or two in their free time. It's also fantastic for marathon sessions and streams in that regard, because very little of your day will be wasted in a lobby. But as long as we're talking about the nitty-gritty, let's address the elephant in the room: monetization. I made an entire other video devoted to this subject alone, so go there if you want my take on this issue in detail, but long story short, yes, there are ways to spend more money on this game after you've already bought it, and it has to do with the in-game loot box system. See, as you play matches, you earn experience, earn enough experience, and you level up. Every time you level up, you get a loot box, which can contain sprays that you can tag on walls, extra voice lines for your characters to say randomly, player icons, skins, taunts, and even little video clips that trigger when you get play of the game. Some of these items are rarer than others, namely the more detailed costumes, but if you ever get a duplicate item, it turns into credits that you can then use to buy any particular piece you want. If you don't want to wait though, there is an option to straight up purchase more loot boxes using real-world money. Now, let's break down a couple bullet points about this system. 1. All future DLC involving characters, maps, and whatever else will be 100% free to all players. These bonus loot boxes are the only thing that will ever be offered for anything beyond the initial price of the game. 2. All items found in loot boxes are 100% fluff. They have absolutely no bearing on how well you or your opponents will do in any given match. 3. The cash shop is actually pretty difficult to find. Overwatch does nothing to inform you that this feature is even there, so unless you're specifically looking for it, its presence might never impact your play experience, period. 4. Even after reaching what most people describe as, quote, the grindy bit in terms of levels, I'm still getting at least 1 box per hour of playtime, which, to me at least, feels like a pretty good rate. 5. Even if you have terrible luck, and all your boxes spit out is sprays and voice lines, laws of averages say you're going to start racking up credits very soon. And remember, those credits are a universal currency. You can buy any item in the game so long as you have enough of them. When considering all of this and looking at the criticism of this system, I'm left asking myself a couple questions. How is my play experience negatively impacted if someone has a costume I don't? And considering there's no way to even tell if that costume was earned naturally or not, how is people buying crates to get more items making my side of the game worse? The answer is it's not. Skins are nice to have, sure, but I can and do enjoy the game without them. Furthermore, if the extra money brought in by people buying these boxes means I can enjoy this game longer than I might have otherwise, then I don't think there's any real reason to complain. My only real criticism is that maybe they could let you scrap the items you don't want for more credits, as opposed to just waiting for duplicates. But really, compared to the rest of the package as a whole, that's a nitpick. I am thoroughly satisfied with what I got here. I don't imagine I'll be done with this game for a while yet, and I'm really looking forward to watching Overwatch grow as time goes by. So yeah, when that gorilla in the robot suit hands you a pamphlet and asks if you're joining the cause, I say, sign up.